Hey, what's up, guys? It's Randall from OddsJam, back with you today to go over the OddsJam page, going to look at some plus EV bets. I've also got a spreadsheet that many of you have asked about that I'm really excited to show you. Like I said, I've got a lot of questions about this particular spreadsheet, so I'm really excited to share it with you, give you some insight on some plus EV bets that have been tracked since November. So we'll take a look at that here a little bit later on. Please bear with me. I went to the college football championship on Monday night, Georgia, Alabama, celebrated a little too hard with Georgia in the locker room after the game and contracted COVID. So bear with me. Voice may not sound the greatest, but we're going to do this anyway. Point that comes from this is obviously I'm feeling well enough to get on the OddsJam page and make some bets. Time is everything. The more time you can spend on OddsJam, the better off you will be as a sports bettor. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. We're going to hop over to the OddsJam page, just discuss some features that we have on the website, try to place some plus EV bets if there are any, and just sort of walk through those things. And like I said, I will share that spreadsheet with you at the very end of this video. Again, very, very excited to show it to you. Remember, take advantage of the best sportsbook sign-up bonus in your state below. Just click the link right below this video. Take advantage of it. Utilize that to build your bankroll, to help you join OddsJam if you're already not a member of OddsJam. And like I said, build that bankroll, get some extra cash, become a member, and make even more money. One other thing I wanted to point out is check out all of the sportsbook promotions this weekend. The NFL playoffs are starting out. There are a ton of promos going on DraftKings. I believe they have the bet the over in the New England Buffalo game. I think it's down to like 33 now. I'm not sure what the max is. I've seen different things out there. I've seen some people able to get $25 down, others only 10. So just see what you can get down. It's free money. It will probably close at 0. So be sure to take advantage of that. Also, one other thing I want to point out, I know I'm going over a lot of things here, but follow Alex on TikTok at OddsJam Alex. He's posting plays every single day. He's also posting it on this YouTube channel, the YouTube Shorts, trying to post those plays for you guys to follow along from the plus EV page. So without further ado, I'm going to share my screen. We'll hop over here to the OddsJam website. Just going to start out here showing you guys this bet tracker. Talk about this every time we do a video. This is very, very important. You need to track your bets. These were just some that I live tutorial that I did. You can see here, it looks like I've placed, or at least mock placed 6 bets here. And you can see that I beat the closing line on 4 of those. This one here, this under 6, I did bet these last 2. This one was a loser. This one was a winner. This did not have better odds than the closing line, but it was still a winner. If you place your bets in here, make sure underneath your profile on your bet tracker, you have your closing line value notifications turned on. If you do, and the line gets worse, you will be notified. So turn that on. You'll be emailed anytime the closing line is worse than the number that you got. On the Sharp Betting blog here, you can use this to search for articles. If you're looking for something about positive EV, you can search that here. Just a little search here. Here's all of the positive EV articles and videos that we have. Here is one about market width. I talk about this in every single video that I do live. Going to talk about it again today. It's very, very important. Let's hop over here to the plus EV page, see what we have going on. I'm going to go to Illinois for the time being, just because that's where I'm located. I'll hop over to another state here in just a little bit for those of you guys that are at home and maybe want to place some bets. So let's just take a look here. Right now, you can sort this you can sort this by expected value percentage. So you can go high to low. You can sort it by date if you want to just see the events that are going on today. But again, you can sort it by the percentage as well. So this particular play, first half money line, Bradley Evansville. I can't bet this game because I'm in Illinois, and you're not allowed to bet on Illinois college teams. But if I were able to bet this game, I would not bet it. The market width here is 56 cents difference. So this is way more than I would like to do. So I would pass over this particular play. I'm going to go ahead and sort this by, let's sort this by date, just so we can see some things that we can actually bet. So talking again about market width, South Carolina Upstate plus 3.5, High Point minus 3.5. The plus EV side would be South Carolina Upstate plus 3.5. You can get that same number minus 112 on FanDuel. Pinnacle, the sharpest book in the world, has that at minus 126. With High Point being minus 3.5 at plus 107. This would be a market width of 19 cents. So this would be a play that I would potentially look to bet. As I continue to scroll on here, just taking a look through here, one question that I get a lot almost every single day in email or chat is, how do you figure out the market width when you have two favorites? So I've got minus 108, minus 104. The question is that 4 cents? The answer is no. Okay. This is a difference of 12 cents. The only time you would be able to calculate it in this particular instance where it would be 27 cents is when you have an underdog and a favorite. That's how you can determine that particular market width on that. But if you have two favorites, for the math wizards at home, subtract 4, add 8, it's a 12-cent difference. So just continuing to take a look here, you can see that we've recently added 1% of expected value here onto the plus EV page to give you guys some more variety here. But just kind of continuing to scroll, we'll take a look here. Norfolk, Delaware State, minus 110 on the over 141.5. This is a difference of about 26 cents, or it is 26 cents. So there's definitely some value here on this over. Norfolk State and Delaware State. I'm going to go ahead and bet this game. I'm going to bet it for a little bit smaller than what I usually would, just simply because it's a smaller market game. Probably not as heavily bet as some of the others, but there is some definite value here. So minus 110 on the over 141.5. So we'll go ahead and we'll throw 55 on that to win 50. So we've got that placed on DraftKings. And then I'm going to hop back over here. I'm going to add it to my bet tracker. So I placed it on DraftKings. The Caesars that I have here in Illinois is not the Caesars that you all have in New Jersey, Indiana, Tennessee. It's much different. So I've placed that. I've put it into the bet tracker. I'm just going to continue scrolling here. For those of you at home, if you can bet this, first half spread, Evansville plus 5, Bradley minus 5. We've got a 24-cent difference in the market width here. You can get minus 128 on Pinnacle. You can get that same line minus 109 on Barstool. So this would be considered a profitable bet on the Evansville plus 5, roughly 2.3% expected value. Southern Illinois, Missouri State, this market width is a little bit more than what I would like to see. It's 49 cents. Yes, you can get 6%. You can get 6% of expected value, but this is not a play that I am looking to bet simply because of the market width and because I am located in Illinois. Continuing to scroll, we'll just see if I can find anything here. I currently do not have any money in FanDuel, so I'm not going to place any of these bets. I need to get my FanDuel account loaded back up. So nothing really here. It looks like, as I'm just kind of scrolling through, nothing really catches my eye here as far as some plays I want to make. We've got a lot here on Boston College, Georgia Tech, 1.3, 1.5, 1.6% of expected value. So probably going to pass on these. I'm going to go ahead and hop over here to state of New Jersey. This will show you some more bets. Probably more of you that are in here have access to these particular sports books. So here's one, Wizards Magic money line. We've got a 26 cents difference, and Magic plus 195 on Pinnacle, plus 220 on Borgata. This is not a bet that I can make, but this would definitely this could definitely be worth a play here. It's just a little bit outside the 15 to 25% range, but you're getting some great value on the Magic on the money line. And it's the NBA. These guys take the night off, even if they're playing almost every single night. So definitely could be some value here on the Magic. The Hornets plus 169 on Pinnacle, plus 180 on Borgata or WinBet. Just a little bit of expected value here, maybe too low for what some of you are looking for, but definitely some value here. Florida LSU, a little bit of value here on Florida. I do like Florida a little bit in this game. Money line's minus 155. I just want to tell you, this line this morning opened minus 115 on DraftKings. I know Matt Modi locked this in. I know he tweeted it out from his Twitter using the plus EV page on OddsJam. So he got a huge steal here with Florida money line minus 115. It's all the way up to minus 155 on DraftKings, minus 180 on Florida. Huge steal. Great catch there. First half money line again here. This market width's a little bit too wide. And for those of you, if you want to try to adjust your market width, what I've found is if you will go in here under your settings on the plus EV page, you can change that. So if you wanted to change your maximum positive EV odds to plus 200, I'll go ahead and turn these player props back on as well while we're going through here on New Jersey. If you want to change that, you can. And what that will do is that will help a little bit with kind of narrowing your market width, on some of these plays. So 14 cents here. Let's see here. Had this one. This one's a very tight market. You've got, roughly 1.6% expected value here. Wizards Magic. Let's go ahead and play this one as well over here on Barstool under 216, minus 117. Let's see if we can get that bet in here. Of course, I don't remember my login information. Hopefully we can get it restored here. I don't have to try to remember it. There we go. So we'll go ahead and lock that in. We said it was the Magic and the Wizards under 216 minus 117. So let's see if we can still get that same number under 216 minus 117. So yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll throw 55 on that one as well. A little bit less as far as the expected value goes on it, but I do, like I said, really like that tight market there. Pinnacle is very, very confident in this particular line. So we got that at Barstool. We did 55 on this one. So we'll save it. We'll add it to our bet tracker. And we'll just continue scrolling here. Total points over under 152, Central Florida and Memphis. We've got a 26 cent difference here on the market width. I really personally like this under. So if you've got the Score app, I think this is definitely worth a play. I do not have access to it, but 26 cents difference, a little bit out of range just by a little bit. But I personally do like this play. So if I could bet this and get this number, you're getting 5% expected value. This would be a play that I would definitely be looking to make. Just continuing to scroll through here, just see if anything catches my eye, and then I'm going to hop over to the arbitrage page to just show you guys a few bets that might be available where you are located. So we'll go ahead and do that now. We'll hop over to the ARB page. You can see here, these are some opportunities. If you wanted to make some risk-free money on the Bills-Patriots game, you could bet 300 on the over on Borgata. You could throw 92 on the under on Fox Bet, and you can make a risk-free $7.62. So this page, if you're looking for risk-free money, depending on your state, you can definitely take advantage of that. You can see the opportunities for me in Illinois are much different than, say, someone in New Jersey. So before I show you this spreadsheet, I know this is, like I said, something that a lot of you have been really interested in. And I had a user that shared it with me this morning. I asked him if I could use it. So shout out to him for sharing that. I think you guys are really going to like it. But I do want to point out, we do have our platinum plan with the text alerts, the access to the Las Vegas books. You can compare with Circa, which is a very sharp book. And then you get the live odds. We don't currently have any because there are not any games going on. But if you come to this positive EV page, or the arbitrage page, or just the odds page of a particular sport, you can get access to the live odds for $9 a day. If you have the platinum plan, you have access to those at all times, no extra cost. So if you're interested in the platinum plan, if you want to trial it, just shoot me an email, contact@oddsjam.com. I'll get that email and I can set you up with a month of the platinum plan. I'll tell you too, if you don't like it after a month, I will refund you 100% of your cost. I think you will definitely find the advantages that the platinum plan have to offer. So I'll go ahead and share this spreadsheet. If you guys are waiting on that, it's very, like I said, it's very, very cool to see. I get a lot of questions from people as far as, how do I know that this is going to be profitable long-term? Like, I want to see more than a month of data. So this is data, again, from a user of ours. He has pulled just plus EV bets from our page daily since November. Granted, he hasn't pulled them all, but he's pulled enough that you can definitely see here. You look at the total number of bets by sport. He's documented all of that. He's showing you what the return percentage is for each of these. Some of these are some outliers. MLB, it was only one game, so 186% return is not realistic. But I mean, if you're looking, at, say, college football, 192 bets, 12% return. And then he goes and he even breaks it down by bet type. So you can see what bets are most profitable. Again, total runs, maybe, you've got one here. So maybe you don't pay as much attention to that, but take a look here. I mean, money line, point spread, total points. You can see all of these returns, are giving you, not all of them, but most of them are giving you a positive return. First half money lines, it looks like through 87 bets, negative 36% return. First half point spread, only about a percentage. First half total points. So, I mean, these markets are maybe not as efficient, but I think there are definitely some that are worth betting. So I just wanted to show you this. He also breaks it down by book, which is very, very nice. You can see where these bets were coming from, how much the return was on each book. So this is very cool. This is just something that I wanted to highlight. I'll probably highlight this again in some future videos as well, just because I think it's worth showing for anybody who is skeptical about plus EV betting and how it actually is profitable over time. So I've got a few questions here that I was going to answer. Someone asked if there were upgrades coming to the home team being on the bottom. We are looking to do that at some point, so stay tuned for that. Is there a plan for more soccer coverage? We are looking to add markets. Any markets you want to see, please email those to me. Any suggestions you have, please email those to me as well so I can pass those on to the engineers. And then one last thing that I wanted to point out prior to going live, I was just looking on the New Jersey page, and WinBet had the total for the Spurs game tonight. It was over 231.5. The over was minus 147 on Pinnacle. The under was plus 134. So that was a 13-cent difference in the market width. You could get that over minus 110 on WinBet. It's long gone now. It's not a bet that I would have been able to place anyway. But my point is that you see something like this. This is definitely something I would say if Alex found this while he was surfing through the EV page, he probably brought the hammer to this particular play. You can see already on WinBet that this has gone to 233, and it did so probably within about 30 to 45 seconds. I was hoping it would be around for the live stream, but this number's long gone. So, I mean, over 231.5 minus 110 is now 233. So these plays can move quickly. It's important to constantly refresh. If you don't want to sit here and click this button, which I do not particularly care to do, there's an easy auto refresh extension that you can download from Google, and you can set this as a timer to refresh every 5 seconds. So you start that, and then it will just automatically refresh for you. I didn't click anything there. It's just automatically doing it for me. It's pulling the page up so that I don't have to do it. So I'm going to go ahead and turn that off. Let's scroll through here one last time, see if anything popped up prior to being on here the last time, and just see if there's any good bets worth placing. I'm going to go ahead and sort by EV percentage and see if we can find anything. Again, this Caesars here, I don't have access to in Illinois. It's much, much different. Arkansas, Missouri, minus 136 plus 114. We've got a 22-cent difference in the market width. You can get that minus 115 on Barstool. So that could be worth a play. If that's something that you're interested in. It looks like it's a play here as well. Missouri plus 14.5. You've got a 19-cent difference here in the market width. One tool that I like to use, and I understand that, you know, the plus EV betting is based on math, but another tool I like to use here is ESPN, and I like to just kind of compare these games. So, you know, Arkansas is minus 15 on ESPN, or at least that's the projected score. So there's a little bit of value here, I guess, in getting Missouri plus 15.5, or let's see, it was plus 15. I'm not sure where that one went. Maybe it's gone now. We'll take a look. There it is right there. So plus 15, minus 115. They are playing at Arkansas, but this is definitely a play worth betting based on the market width. I'm going to go ahead and play that since it does kind of fit everything that we look for. Let's see here. There it is right there. So Missouri, let's see if we can get those same odds. So plus 15 minus 132. So it looks like this one's already moved. So this number is gone. So again, not quick enough to get this one in. So we won't place that Missouri bet since it is not the number that we need to place that bet. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Tomorrow afternoon at, I believe, 5 Eastern, going to go live again here. I've got a couple of guys that are going to join me. We're going to talk about some NFL for this week, going to go over some positive EV bets that we made during the week this week. We'll talk about those. We'll break those down a little bit. We're going to break down each NFL game. We'll look for some positive EV bets in the NFL this weekend. We'll see if there are any in your particular state. In the meantime, if you have any questions or if you have something that you want us to talk about on the show tomorrow, shoot me a DM on Twitter at Randall K Bets, or email me just contact@oddsjam.com or Randall@oddsjam.com if you want to do that. Send me some content ideas. Would love to hear what you guys would like to see in the live streams. Love doing these live streams, placing bets, showing you guys how to use the tools at OddsJam. Again, any questions, email me, DM me. We're happy to help. Thanks, guys.